At Dembele's highest moment, on also by full stage, maybe no abeg na Dembele in China was shaky no, but she understood where her place is. Or your Dembele's wife, but can never replace Dembele's mother. And that's the own team in my no and pray a dear bako. Inti baby numunyam kesi e wono. I was so bano. Nyan semuno or chene ho na Dembele mame eje numunyam no.
What can I say more?
In all you're getting,
and
get a wise wife.
Yeah, because I'm not saying no so hobby.
There won't power abrabom biano. So when you can you nim nyansa. I tell you, this is the best moment for Dembele. I say, me baby. No, I mean I also shine a spotlight. No one is so
Fatimata.
Oh baby, but she accepted. This is where I am. Me level no. Andrew, my dear. Yes, because we can change partners. A wife can change a husband can change a wife based on circumstances, but you can never change your mother. This is a woe never fanico. But when you who do you replace with? So this moment is for Dembele's mother. It's not for me, his wife. And I still be as when beche say oh no yes sir. So I think the two females in his life and their wisdom guided Dembele to this level. Into Obano gender, you can imagine a foot or the Dembele or them. And your match and Kwano de Bemano. A foot also can. Two when you could match in Kuwait, match in what then we are. A foot to a from your close comfort. Dear no catch though, in some band or this won't cry. A bian in there. So you have 2 years home. That is one major thing I pick from. And you always say, oh, do me chai madam for sana yes. I said, Nyon kubi sini onia. I want to know super baby no na minimo. Na minimo say the mele niyo. Sa na nyonko. Good. Inti yes, blood is thicker than water. It is true. But at times,
water is life.
Exactly the point. So blood is cool. Family will help. But at times, maybe will help me here. A bro family, so because my minute to me, and to me, no got 9th club, na mum 5 yes, 20. Yeah, no man son any then. So who are your close confidant, your close allies? Why am I now your mutu anamo? Why now your mutu and say didi? Every month now for 4 poison or more. Every month now for 4 the say yemo. But so benya yon kwa ojira wechia o piao. Insuemo ewiemo noko otimi hwe wanim. O yendin semfon kakra but metufo. Mama adwen na ko mu. But ye betimi ye de ebesa. I think none can have Dembele's friend. No. So far, I bear the measure.
Exactly. That difficult period, not down for
Yeah.
The Oma film.
On any call Germany.
Yeah.
On any call Spain. On any native France. They live together. Literally. Dembele are there. But he's close to this friend as well. Obeino. So when they live together, it does not mean they stay in the same house. But definitely, they are that close. And in Dembele's finest moment, he decided to pay homage to people who have helped him to write a script. When a story, we are saying at times, and a football fans, na Yesusu maybe manebroso because Dembele's story, ding, and I doubt if any youngster would have tried.
Mike,
now or Rene team, at Rene, when you 3 seasons in pool, he did not even play 30 league matches for Rene. And I don't remember no. So a teenager, onye huno ne brabo, born onye huno bo. Ni a co-founded about a different country with a different language.
Anka,
culture different.
What does no mama see?
Then he goes through the same way. Dortmund, when you 3 seasons, Barcelona. Now look at the situation. He's going to replace a player who at that time was way above Dembele. Neymar was way above Dembele then. A big club with such high expectations. So a player nanka almost 100 league matches now has to step up and play for Barcelona. That pressure, the mental way, psychological stress, and look at the injuries.
Yes.
I am shishi.
The
anxiety. But we did not really understand the story well. And a man, SXS, no, to say, yeah, mass see. Oh, now, young boys, oh, now we are party now, you see. We were using the excesses. They were watching
so both TV game
exactly, and near the bunata, near this situation. I say, teenagers allow them to enjoy pedia exuberance. I don't know what you were doing at your teenage years.
Yeah.
Minim de na Akomeah at my teenage years, but me teenage years na me stubborn. Asuma dia menu ya boyeti. Yes, but you need to get to a stage where you come to realize, say, is it necessary?
Yeah, Kakrafu.
That's it across South Africa na. Na me kotons ma de the Abraham Mbappe. Na lady ne bisa Akomeah ni. Oh, will I like to pierce and say, madam? I didn't like a chairman. My 15 years ago, me came cry. My power me came salary way. Insanity. As a teenager, you will love to explore. By any idea, we are mostly tilting towards condemnation than support, and that is why I started by saying the support system in Dembele's life or Mabuano. Dembele, but the support system around him pushed him to that level. Luis Enrique, the tactics anyway, but you also have to give credit to Xavi. He started this. Barca for and say Akwawi. Montonin baby. That was why Xavi was so embittered when Dembele left for PSG. Said Dembele betrayal. He backed him, he supported him, even when the Barca fans were jeering at him. Dembele's renaissance, the rebirth now, it started under Xavi and the Courtois, so Luis Enrique. It's a beautiful football comeback story. Rafinha and Chiremuno. Guys, I think, yes, numbers will produce your year. He deserves to be in there, but I don't think Rafinha was better than Vitinha and also better than Salah. Faith no one obedi. Criteria be normally awards, the criteria nine year the better to one year didn't come away. And I want to entreat everyone say, Yendi touch emotions from the conversation. I love this guy in the season is with Dembele comeback story in if you are we story in the next comeback story big heavy exactly. But the point is, what did Rafinha do in the Champions League? Only Dembele created the most answers. You mentioned individual records. What he produced, okay, fine. Goals plus goal involvement, and goals plus assist. Did Rafinha have the most goals plus assist in Europe last season? No, Mo Salah. Individually, Salah had more goal involvement across the top 5 leagues than Rafinha did. Rafinha and Bro Salah so even a scoring records, any goal involvement, Salah is higher than Rafinha. Individual prizes, Salah won every individual prize ever Premier League in him. The playmaker of the season, the top scorer of the season, the Premier League player of the season, the FWA, the Football Writers Association player of the season. Salah sweeping in individually. Rafinha, on the top scorer of La Liga. Exactly the point. So he had a fine season per standard, but individually he will pale when he's compared to Mo Salah. Near measure achievement. Where the domestic treble, Salah J1 pay. So or the a combination of collective success, or the bro Salah. So he went further in the Champions League than Mo Salah did. And to bet me a piaka said then the team no do or to me yeah dear. But we forget one thing, fair play. me pese obi amiana me pese statistics ne me cha obi anya bi call ballondor.com. Shadrack Subetimi bi, I can even do screenshots for him. Oko ballondor.com, you will find the award categories, nominees and results. All players ni baby obi bosso. It will open for you what they consider. So for most Salah, the fair play, Salah nya just 1 yellow card. Rafinha nya 9 yellow cards.
That is the fair play category. Okay.
Rafinha nya 9 yellow cards and a 2 match so. So if you compare Salah and Rafinha, individually Salah was better than Rafinha. Collectively, Rafinha achieved more than Salah. But individually, Salah achieved more than Rafinha. Fair play, Salah was better than Rafinha. 1 yellow card to 9 yellow cards. Yanko Vitinha so. Many utie yajitum. Edun maybe near a campaign. Vitinha for Ballon d'Or. Vitinha for Ballon d'Or. It tells you his impact. Yes, if Fatia Efatan Kroma Neding. Bequin Sunedi Fatano wa kono. Vitinha just as Dembele is important to PSG's attack. In fact, so yeah, attack sequence involvement for Champions League. Dembele na number 1. It tells you say PSG's attack. Say Dembele ni mua and CP attacking sequence or Babeji ball no draw pass it. Newton beche mu ha plenty times. Good. Now the same applies to Vitinha. PSG's build-up phases, he was the most involved player. Team Wayne now among building up without Vitinha, he was the key cog. Without him, they did not have a midfield. In fact, you can separate João Neves from PSG's midfield. We Fabian Ruiz free PSG midfield. We Vitinha Freeman. There is a gaping hole that needs to be catered for. Start vacuum and lacuna, as soon. That is exactly what Vitinha did. But let's do the basic things. He was the best midfielder in Europe last season. No Bianene Monse. Rafinha was not the best attacker in Europe. Again, team success. The Barcelona be a PSG of France, but PSG or the big car competition. I am you share your boy. We were better than you. We won it. You call club World Cup. One could be you call final. I was also a key player in there. Now you call national team. Portugal for the ball Europe, Rafinha ball Brazil. Fortunately for Portugal, there was the UEFA Nations League to compete for. Also, the span of the Ballon d'Or, it ended the 13th of July, 2025. Normally, as I see players new year, so it means that within that period, competition be able to be away international recognition. You ever consider the Nations League, the Club World Cup was factored. Rafinha was not there. Vitinha was there. He won one, finished as the finalist in the other. Or the Nations League, and he was a key player for Portugal. After Portugal, JN as our campaign started here, Vitinha for Ballon d'Or. In the end, Rafinha too. Again, fair play. Vitinha 2 yellow cards. Rafinha 9. Vitinha is a midfielder. Obey more tackles. Rafinha more yellow cards than him. So these are the explanations. Yeah, when you maybe you see, sentimentally, I will back any case. Oh, Rafinha sees Indian can also to me room top 3. But what I've mentioned, the OD4, the OD5. Dodi third, Rafinha, Omobro Rafinha so. Lartey says he had a fine season. The many among Yagri and can manage and so you call website Shadrack for Momo number send me. Why?
Okay, so player behind the all click it.
Oh, what's what? A be yeah, just pick it, do it on your own. Where Ballon d'Or for Nadia? Oh, click it will be Yama. Oh, click it will be Yama. There will be I consider the year. And quite a man will copa a club or cup in conference league and more than mono and one a page and a bedroom. So let's accept and understand these things. That is how a work is unfortunate. So when Timmy and Renako, why? Intimacy Akomeah bar or the Mianja on Komeah. Why?
Well, Mike, may I say, you may not fee.